Good afternoon, beautiful people. My name is John Mark Shaw, and I wanted to talk to you today about the physics of transformation, and most especially the notion that we can feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This is a beautiful quote from Neville Goddard, who was a great teacher, who was actually the teacher of Wayne Dyer, who is very famous and beloved, who passed a few years back. Transformation essentially means to move beyond the current form. So to transform means to move beyond the current form of our lives, of our businesses. In physics, in our normal lives, hey Krista, how are you? Thank you for tuning in. In our normal lives, we have an experience of transformation when we do something as simple as boiling water. So when we boil water, we are actually transforming water into water that's boiling and ultimately into steam. And so we do that by applying heat or energy for a certain amount of time until it achieves a certain critical mass. Hi Cassie, nice to see you. Thank you for joining today. And when the water achieves 212 degrees, the transformation occurs and the water starts to boil. And that's the way it works. And until it gets to 212 degrees, it won't do that. The other thing about it to note is that if you were to turn the temperature up and the flame up on the stove underneath the water, and then turn it back down and turn it up and turn it back down and turn it up, the water wouldn't boil. Hi Shannon, nice to see you. Thank you for joining today. And so what we want to do in terms of creating a transformation to move beyond the current form of our lives is first of all to develop a crystal clear vision of where we want to be. No wind is favorable to the sailor with no destination in mind. And so what's very important is that we turn our attention away from the problems or the challenges or the situations and conditions of our lives, and we turn our attention toward what would I love? And that's a very highly calibrated question. If we want to live lives that we love, then we want to ask the question, what would I love? And generate that state. And so generating state is really this key, this transformational technology, if you will. And so we use the tool, you could think of it as playing a game, that we get into a time machine. Some of you are a little bit older like me and you've seen the movie Back to the Future. And so we imagine that we get into that Back to the Future car and it's 3 years from now and it all worked out. And then we use this technology of feeling the feeling of the wish fulfilled. And that's how can we achieve a vibrational energetic state now that is a vibrational match to the life or the business or the relationship or any of the things that we would love to have in our lives by feeling the way we would feel if we had it in the present moment. Einstein said that if we match the frequency of the reality that we want, it must be ours, that it's not philosophy, it's physics, because we live in a universe of energy. And similarly, if you think about your cable box, when you turn on your cable to, let's say, CNN, the cable box is emitting a frequency that's a vibrational match to CNN. And if we change the channel, which is the broadcast of the signal, then we will get a different reality that shows up on the screen of our, in this case, our flat screen TV, or in our lives, and that could be the nature channel, or some other channel that we prefer, the channel of our vision. So if we want to experience a transformation to move beyond the current form of our lives, in physics it's called a phase change, then we want to think the thoughts, feel the feelings, and ultimately take the actions that the person living that life would take. So for example, if I want to scale my business from $5 million to $10 million, I have to feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled now. How would I feel if I brought that kind of success, financial return, impact, if I created a bigger company with more people who were thriving and doing what they loved and making the money that they loved and serving people with our service or product in a way that helped their lives grow? How would I feel now? How would I feel if that reality was now? Hi Dad, thanks for watching today. I would feel happy, I would feel grateful, I would feel relaxed. And so I can actually generate a state now that is a vibrational match to the reality of that grown, transformed $10 million business that I'm imagining is 3 years from now. And if I can turn up the volume on my thinking, feeling, and acting, just like I'm turning the flame on the stove to hit what's called a tipping point or a critical mass, in the case of the water, 212 degrees, then it doesn't have to take 3 years or 5 years or 10 years or any amount of time for me to download into form the reality of the business or the life I would love. I could transform or move beyond the current form of my life or my business much faster than that. And so what I want to do is I want to get solid state. Solid state technology happened. Hi Linda, nice to see you. Thank you for watching. Solid state technology happened a number of years ago. Again, for some of us who have been around a little bit longer, we remember that our television used to wobble between channels, and we would have to use the antenna in order to get it to stabilize between channels. And then over time, solid state technology was invented, and so the picture never wobbles anymore on our television. So if we want to generate our results, a transformation and any results in our lives, we want to become more and more solid state on the frequency that we're broadcasting of being a vibrational match to that reality. So how can I be the person now who has the relationship that I would love before I even have it? So how can I be loving now? How can I be kind and affectionate with the people I am in relationship with? If I want to have a business that's scaled up, what steps can I take now to be the leader, the visionary leader now, before the reality shows up? Because as I think in alignment with that vision and then feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled, as Neville Goddard said, often quoted again by Wayne Dyer, and then I take actions that are in alignment with those thoughts, feelings, and actions, that reality will show up, and I will look back and realize that I will have made the water boil. I will have transformed my current results into the new reality that I would love. So if you'd like to learn more about this, please visit my website at johnmarkshaw.com. I am doing a workshop this coming Tuesday, which the link is in this in post if you're interested in attending. And I'm grateful and happy to have spent this time with you. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you again soon. Enjoy your weekend.